In this video, I'll be demonstrating how to successfully complete On Your Own 10-2, which is also due in week 2. Make sure that you're clicking the clickable link that says here in order to get the appropriate set of instructions. Here again, this is going to open up a PDF file. I'm going to put this on another screen here so that you can see what I'm doing. But you can pull it up and follow along with the instructions as I'm doing this, going through this. Step 1 on 10-2 says create a new document based on the flyer template on office.com, which includes a picture of a pail and shovel and sand. Unfortunately, this is a rather old template, and so you will probably not be able to find it. And so I have provided it for you down here at the bottom, seasonal event flyer. Just click on that, and it will download it for you, and then you can use it. Now, you may have to click Enable Editing. I haven't had to on this one, but you may have to in order to edit it. But this is what it looks like. See, it's got the bucket and the sand here, okay? And the reason you're going to need this is because it refers to specific things in this particular template that won't make sense otherwise. Step 1 also says to save it. So here again, I'm going to use the naming convention specified in all the On Your Own assignment instructions, which is last name underscore first initial underscore on your own and the on your own number. And I don't have to manually type in the extension because Word will automatically add the .docx extension. And I have created a folder here to save all of my On Your Own assignments in one place so I know where they are. All right, step 2 says replace the placeholder text event name, which is here, with the word summer celebration. Change the font color of the text, and I'm going to have to highlight that, to rose accent to darker 50%. Now, because this was based on a particular theme, it's referring to specific colors, and because this is the way that I've downloaded it, those same colors won't be available here. So I'm just going to pick something that is close. So in this case, I'm just going to choose orange, which happens to be also the accent 2 color in this particular theme, and go down here where it says darker 50%. It's okay that it's not exactly right. The point is you know how to change it. It's not necessarily which color or which font that you change it to, but knowing how to change it. Okay, so now it wants us, step 4, to change the font size to 32. So here's where we would change the font size, and notice that 32 is not an option in there, but what we can do is simply type it in, 32, and it will change it. Okay, so it doesn't have to be in there in order to use that particular number of font size. Step 5 says replace the date placeholder, which is going to be here, with Saturday, July 16, 3 p.m. And replace the Oak Tree Park placeholder, which is here, with Green River Park. And delete the placeholders Your Summer, which is here, and the 123 Main Street, which is here. I'm going to delete those. Number 7, it wants us to replace this paragraph here, and there's some verbiage in the assignment instructions. Okay, there we go. And now it wants us to, step 8, add a border around the paragraph containing summer celebration, so right here. And the easiest way to do that is click on the borders button here and with the down arrow, then go down to where it says borders and shading. Okay? And there are specific things it wants you to put in here, like use the 2 lines, so I'm going to scroll down a bit. And here's the style with 2 lines. It wants us to make the width 1.5. So we'll just choose the 1.5 option here. And the color, it wants red accent 1 darker 80%. So that's not an option on this one. So I'm just going to choose blue accent 1 darker 50%. Something close. And then click OK. It also wants us to change the fill color. This is step 9. to red, accent one darker. So to set the fill color, we'll use this button here. It's the shading button. Okay, so I'm just going to pick something similar to what it's asking. And step 10 is change the pattern style. Now to do this, we're going to have to go back to the borders and shadings button. Okay, and go to the shading tab here. And here are the patterns. It's on clear, so we'll need to go down and choose the LT trellis option. And it's going to ask us to choose accent 2 lighter. So we'll just choose this one, for example. Okay, there we go. Notice that puts the pattern inside that box. Now, step 11 says change the left indent of the paragraph so that it's 1/2 inch from the left margin. All right, you see this little arrow here in the corner? This brings up the paragraph dialog box, and it's sometimes easier to change things in here than trying to do it directly on the document. For indentation, that's specifically true. So here, the left indentation, I'm just going to set that to 0.5 inches, right, 1/2 inch, and click OK. And then step 12 says set the space above the paragraph containing Green River Park, that would be this paragraph here, to 6 points. Here again, I'm going to go back into the paragraph settings, okay, and here's the spacing before is what it's talking about. So if I click the up arrow, I'm going to select 6 point right here, and it just moves it down a bit, puts a little spacing above it, is all that's doing. Step 13 is to add a page border to the document. So to do this, I'm going to go to the Design tab, and the Page Borders button is all the way on the right, in my case. And it's telling you to use any style that you want. I'm just going to choose a 3D down here. And I'm going to pick a color here. And maybe a little bit wider. And say OK. See, there's my page border. And now step 14, at the bottom of the document, replace the company name with your name. And then step 15 says preview and print it, but obviously you don't have to print it because you're not going to turn it in physically. You're going to turn in the document, the electronic version, of course. So there's no need to print it. And then step 16 is just save it. Now, since we've already saved it, all we have to do is click save one more time, and that updates it. Okay. Now this is the application portion of it. Also, remember to do the title page, the footer, and answer the 3 questions. And for demonstration of how exactly to do that to achieve maximum credit, be sure to watch the On Your Own Assignment Tips video.